Arsenal is through to the next round, and they've gone ahead to beat a team known as Leverkusen by 2-0. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. It's much like button, comment and share. If you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, this game of football was really one of those that you really had to obviously watch and really enjoy to the fullest, because you really saw exactly what Arsenal really had in there for you. Arsenal came up and obviously put out a very huge show in there for you at the Emirates Stadium, having gone ahead to obviously accomplish the first round in the Bay Arena in Germany by 1-1. It ended in a stalemate, and there was no way that could obviously see Arsenal really get a better result than they got last week. But this time around, Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously come up and really put out a very big show. 2-0, and they are through to the next round. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers in there and continue to do the needful. So after that, you have the right to obviously hit the notification bell after subscribing. Now, before Eberechi went ahead to score a wonder goal in the 36th minute, I tell you, a lot happened. Arsenal had put 7 shots on target, and having gone ahead to put 7 shots on target, Arsenal had not seen themselves score a goal because the goalkeeper had gone ahead to obviously stop every move that Arsenal was planning to obviously get a goal. But this wondrous goal came in through and obviously put out a very huge difference in this game of football. Obviously, that's what Arsenal needed. You get? That's what Arsenal needed, because they needed that one opening goal to obviously take the aggregate from 1-1 to 2-1, such that the team of Bayern Leverkusen really opens up. But I tell you what, Bayern Leverkusen never went ahead to open up. What they did was to obviously try to still play a low block, and maybe the coach was like, you'll get that goal. You'll get that goal. It will come in through. But Arsenal was like, all right, we've gotten our first goal, and the first half ended 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. So Eberechi scored his first Champions League goal, and that's how it obviously came in through in style. I just loved that. An assist going through to Leandro Trossard, receiving the ball in a half turn and hitting it into the back of the net with a lot of energy, and direction in there for you. And the goalkeeper couldn't obviously find himself stopping that ball to really cross the goal line in there for you. So that's how things really went ahead to pan out in there. The first half, Eberechi by far one of the best players in this kind of game, and indeed they've gone ahead to obviously put out a very, very huge show in there for you. So that is Eberechi for you, putting Arsenal in the lead, and they went into halftime when Arsenal is leading by 1-0. Now, second half, Arsenal came in through and they're like, we are not safe with the first goal, we need another one. And indeed, in the 63rd minute, 18 minutes into the second half, Declan Rice obviously went ahead to put in a very huge shift, and the ball went ahead to obviously go into the back of the net. And indeed, Declan Rice really went ahead to obviously put Arsenal in a comfortable position. And when the second goal went in, that's when I saw the side of Bayern Leverkusen really trying to come in through and obviously attack. That is it. But before all that happened, it was like they're not even bothered. They're like, we can play like this until we get one chance to obviously put the ball in the back of the net. But when Arsenal went ahead to double their lead, Leverkusen started to open up, and that's how they forced David Raya, I think, to make the first save of the game in there for you. And I think that was the first target that came in through for this guy. So this side of Bayern Leverkusen has tested the wrath of Arsenal. Arsenal is going to have to keep another clean sheet, by the way, in the Champions League. And David Raya has taken, I think, his total clean sheets to 21 in there. So Bayern Leverkusen has been knocked out by the club of Arsenal. You understand? Saka again was a little bit selfish, and I think you saw it that when you are selfish and you don't really serve in or play in your well-placed player, even when that particular player gets the ball, he won't really give it to you. I remember Victor Gyökeres went ahead to obviously have a ball in a very better position. Saka well position was like, no, you are too selfish and let me obviously try to go it by myself. And indeed, that's what he did as the player for the club of Arsenal. So, Gyökeres went ahead to do the needful, but he couldn't obviously find himself put the ball at the back of the net. And Eberechi Eze, he was really good. He was really sensational and had a very good goal in there for you. So, let's go to the stats. 20 shots by Arsenal. Leverkusen had 10. 13 on target by Arsenal. Very, very, very good. 2 shots on target by the side of Bayern Leverkusen. 41% ball possession by Arsenal. Leverkusen had 59%. 352 passes put out by the club of Arsenal. Bayern Leverkusen put out 414 passes. 87% passing accuracy for Arsenal, and the same passing accuracy to a team known as Bayern Leverkusen. 5 fouls to Arsenal, 7 fouls to the side of Bayern Leverkusen. Arsenal went ahead, obviously, keep a very clean record in there when they really received no yellow card and Bayern Leverkusen received one. Remember, yellow cards are really very important. That you get it now, you might find yourself affected in the next 1 or 2 games that are really very important for your club. So, Arsenal have been the most disciplined team on the pitch. Then 1 offside to the side of Arsenal and 0 offsides to Bayern Leverkusen. 10 corners to the side of Arsenal and 8 corners to the side of Bayern Leverkusen. So that's exactly how things really panned out at the Emirates. And Arsenal's gone ahead to obviously get through to the next round. And guess who they are really playing? Sporting Lisbon, where they went ahead and obviously bought Victor Gyökeres, a man who really went ahead to set a record in Portuguese league for scoring very many goals for that club. And indeed, he's one of those that you have to look at and really understand that he really put out a very beautiful shift. But remember, the way he left Sporting Lisbon was not good. He never bid farewell to the fans, and we expect him to be booed in there for you. So, Arsenal is playing Sporting Lisbon. How has Sporting Lisbon gone ahead to obviously turn down the 3-0 defeat in Norway against Bodo Glimt? 30 in the first half, second half combined, they put out 3 goals to nil, and the referee went to extra time. In extra time, they went ahead to obviously create more 2 goals, and those 2 goals were really very important, and they resulted into the club of Arsenal doing the needful. So that's all about a side known as Sporting Lisbon, and we just can't wait to see how Arsenal will obviously face off this. That's why I told you that the only team that can really give Arsenal a headache, it's gonna be Barcelona, because I know Barcelona will try to see themselves get to the next round in there for you. And tomorrow they are playing Newcastle in there for you. So that's what Arsenal really did. Substitutions were made. Zubimendi, Trossard, and Ben White were arrested because on Sunday they're really having a big one. It's the Carabao Cup finale, Arsenal versus Man City. Man City has been knocked out of the Champions League. 2-1 loss at Etihad. Bernardo Silva getting in a red card. That wasn't really the best of him. And I tell you what, it was really absurd. For Chelsea, they've been destroyed by a side called PSG. And PSG has beaten them by 3-0, and they've gone ahead to win it on an aggregate of 8-2 in there for you. So that is it, and that's how really games went down. So Real Madrid is through to the next round. PSG is through to the next round. You understand? That is the Champions League fixtures for you. And also you have to note that we are yet to know who Real Madrid will play, PSG will play, and very many others. The only confirmed fixture, it's Arsenal, Sporting Lisbon in there for you. 7th April, that's when the game of football will obviously be happening at the Stadium of Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. Is it Estadio do Dragão? Yes? So, we wait to see how things will pan out in there. Good night. Bye-bye.